Hello, good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Join myself, Oxford, on the show. Is my mucker Albert. Afternoon, Albert.
Afternoon, pal. How are you?
Aye, good, mate. Good. I'll give you the team, mate. The team is, I think it's exactly what I predicted last night. McGregor, Tavernier, Suter, Davis, Barisic. Not a shot. Lundstrom in for Ryan Jack, Raskin, Cantwell, Fashion Jr. for Ken, and Tillman and Morelos. So I think it'll be the same, the 4-2-3-1, mate.
Yep.
With Lundstrom and Raskin, with in front of them Fashion, Cantwell, and Tillman, and Morelos up top, mate. Yeah?
Aye. Yeah, that sounds good enough, doesn't it?
Aye.
I'd like to see them all. I'd like to see them all fit. All the players and then we'll go for selection of the ones that are staying for next year and make the team up with them. That'd have been interesting. But we'll go, isn't we?
Aye. I don't like to hear all grunt, but I've never known a season like it, mate. I haven't, you know?
It's incredible. It really is incredible. I know I'm not going to go and on about it, but we really need to look at this. You really do.
Well, they need to dissect it and look at all the information and go through all the data, mate, to see if there is a problem. Either that or it's extremely bad luck, yeah? Anyway, we move on. Obviously, it's a wee bit after the Lord Mayor's show. We were hoping for a result last week. Albert would be sitting 6 behind, hoping for win the day to make it 3, but obviously things haven't panned out for us, mate, eh?
If we win the 2 last Old Firm games in the league, we're going in the day to make it even. You know what I'm saying? So we win the day, that's it. They all square, and then they'll get their game tomorrow. And we'd have reduced our goal difference. Different thing when you're under pressure, mate, isn't it?
Aye. Aye.
So it's, but as you say, Lord Mayor, sure, it's all if, buts, and maybes, and it never never panned, don't we?
No. Listen, the positive was, I mean, it was the people that were howling, in my opinion, last week, ranked the 2 Ryans, and they both out the team this week. Even though Suter and Davis had horrendous mistakes, they weren't as, over the 90 minutes, I don't think they were as poor as they two. So, Ben Davis and John Suter's errors. So let's hope the boy Suter gets through the game, builds up his confidence and error-free, and gives his fitness, confidence, and we'll see if he's a player or no, Albert.
I cut him a bit of slack. It was a bad mistake. It was. I cut him a bit of slack. We say that it's been said all week for the boys on the show that everybody's saying, "Aye, they're okay, right? The boys just in, right? No bother. We'll cut him a bit of slack." Davis, on the other hand, I genuinely think the guy was totally embarrassed with that mistake, and rightly so. He should be. But you could see it in his face. It was one of the, oh Christ, I didn't do that, did I? But I hope they settle down, Suter especially, and settles down and shows what they can do. And that was the same as you. I thought they were all playing all right. Don't get me wrong. I didn't think there was anything wrong with them. I thought they were doing okay. Today's 2 mistakes, but there were some mistakes, weren't there?
Aye. That's sport, isn't it? You know, that's football, isn't it? You know, you can play well and you make a one error and see you have 30 touches, mate. One of them shocking. That's what defines that game. The other 29 don't matter, do they?
That's it. As we just said, the 2 of them were doing all right, but nobody's going to remember any of the good things, the good tackles, good headers. It's the mistakes, 2 mistakes. Oh, I know, it's bad. But anyway, it happened, and it's the end to it. Let's cut them a bit of slack. Let's hope the Rangers' careers take off for the day.
Aye, and I thought last week, I think he was maybe arguably our best player, even though he's tired. I'm looking forward to seeing the boy Ridvan another week's training under his belt. Their fitness, yeah. Sorry, no Ridvan. Raskin.
Aye. I enjoy watching that boy play. He's not a player that everybody thought he was, this terrier and all that. There's something about the boy. The boy's got a bit of skill about him. And he can see a pass. I enjoy watching that boy. It's just, I don't know if it's so much I enjoy watching the boy. It's just nice to see a new face in there, doing something a wee bit different to what we're used to. Because you get fed up seeing the same faces hour and hour and hour again, playing the same way hour and hour again. It's boring. Anyway, it's reasonably shook up today. It's reasonably. I don't know if it was intentional or it was just a genuine injuries. But it's shook up anyway.
Actually, I think it's a combination of the two, if I'm being honest, Albert.
Aye, it might be, mate. It might be. But something had to be done. No, I mean, it's. Let's see what we go on with the day. I don't know what we expect. I'll be honest with you, I don't know what we expect today at all. I don't know what I'd be happy with today. A victory, of course, a victory. But it's just a bitter taste in the mouth, isn't it? It really is.
We're going to look as if we're going to set up in this 4-2-3-1. And I think that gives us a problem against these teams at Ibrox, mate. I think we've got to look and do something different.
Well, I agree with you. The two holding midfielders you're talking about.
Aye.
I agree with you, mate. I totally agree with you. But first and foremost, it's the speed of play. Against this low block, it's the speed of play. Do you know, I've got a funny feeling that this St Mirren mob are not going to come sit in. I think they've seen enough weaknesses in our team that they think we could have a go at them. We really could have a go. I mean, even Dundee the other week there, I mean, they're rotten. They're stinking. But eventually they came out and had a go. And by the way, at points they looked all right. They looked up. I'm saying myself, I don't so understand why you spent the whole game sat in like that when you actually can attack. So I think St Mirren, especially their league position, I think Aberdeen won last night, did they know? So they're battling it out with Aberdeen for third place, I don't know. Am I right in saying that? I don't know. I'm looking
at just don't get the league table exactly up to date for you, mate, if you just give me a second. But I think they're fighting for staying well, first of all, it was to stay in the top six. And I think with some of the results that's went their way, they're no far away from it, you know.
Mm. So they've definitely got something to play for in the league this year. So I think I've just got a wee sneak. I'll put it this way: I hope that they make a game of this. I hope that they come out. He's a bit of a spectacle. It's a lovely day, nice park, big crowd. Come on, let's see a bit of game. Let's see a really good game today.
It'll be Livingston. Will be the ones that could potentially catch them. If Livingston won the day and we beat them, they'd only be 2 points ahead of Livingston with one game to go. So I don't know what the fixtures on, mate. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So that's for the top six to remain in the top six.
So if they were to really get anything today in Livingston, they're up to anything. They'll be guaranteed. In fact, if Livingston get beat, it doesn't matter what happens to them today. Yeah.
Yep.
In
so
fact,
I'm saying there's something to play for.
If Livingston don't win, they're safe in the top six. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But that's what I'm saying. So they've got something to play for. I think that the split was meant to be like this, keeping it all competitive right up to the last minute. You know what I mean? But in actual fact, it's just garbage. It works maybe for the bottom six, but for the top six, or the top five, it's been established. It doesn't really work, does it?
No, because the places are pretty much set, and then the other problem is, any team can't really blood young boys and all that because every game's too important because the prize money, plus if you're trying to get in a top six where there's even more prize money, you know.
Yep.
You know, that's what it is. I don't like it all there. I don't think you can have a league where you have a split where you don't know who you're playing home and away, and the fixtures can be unfair. It's not going to matter this season, but if you win the league by a goal, or you lost the league by a goal, or you get relegated by a goal, and you went to an away ground more than another team, that's no fair, is it?
No. But we don't do fair in Scotland, do we?
No.
So that's the last line comes into the thing.
No. Anyway, we better get these phone lines open. I'll give you the team before we start. McGregor, Tavernier, Suter, Davis, Barisic, Lundstrom, Laraskin, Cantwell, Fashion, Tillman, Morelos. Substitutes: McLaughlin, Hadji, Matondo, Kamara, Arfield, King, McCausland, Lyle and Rice. The young boys are on the bench, all bit.
Aye. Good. See something. Hell up Matondo, know what I mean? Kent's no playing. And still can't get a game. Oh, shit. What's happening here? It's not right, is it? It's not right. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it's a strong enough team. It looks a strong enough team in favour anyway.
Aye. Let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
And the substitutes. So Mirren team is Carson, Fraser, Shaughnessy, Dunstrain, Kilty, O'Hara, Godrich, Tanser, Watt, and Main. Curtis Main.
Oh, that means that's him up front, isn't it?
Aye, everything that's wrong with Scottish football, mate. Everything that's wrong.
Wrapped up in one player.
You know, but yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, and our opinion, mate. So
what do you think? What do you think is going to happen? Kind of game you think you're going to get?
I think we'll come out and we'll play, because we have been playing well, and we played okay last week. Let's be honest, mate. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we played okay. We went out in intent, and the 2 errors and the goal we got off. That's a 3-goal swing, mate.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get that goal, you potentially get 3, and they don't score that. They get 2 goals, they've only got 1. You know, we could have been so different, mate. That's what it is. I think if we come out and we play, and we play at a decent tempo, we'll not have a problem, mate. We get a goal, we can get another goal. The problem is we have to start getting a 3rd goal against teams, because we'll give them a chance. We'll give them a chance in the last 20 minutes, and if they take it, they're back in the game, and that's a movie we've seen not often, but occasionally, mate.
Mm-hmm. It's the worry, innit? It's the worry. You're sitting there. That's the fans are sitting there waiting for something silly to happen, because there is mistakes in the team, as we've seen. But I may say it's good that see the goal with Morelos last week. It's good that the SFA cleared that up for us. I know. I mean, the SFA said that was a goal in the back to the referee and VAR, so that was good. I mean, that cleared my mind up, saying, "Oh, well, thanks for that," because I was worrying that we were getting cheated there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Anyway, we've been joined by one of Charlie's Angels, a guy for the 70s. I think he's Bosley. How we doing, Andy?
Aye, Bosley, aye. Afternoon, guys.
Bosley.
Aye. Aye, well.
Hey,
I mean,
you and Bosley, Andy, if you and Bosley, that makes me and him part of we must be the Angels.
well, we got a bad set of Angels beyond us, didn't we?
I'm too ugly to be an angel, I'm telling you.
I've been called a lot of things, but never an angel.
Me too. Aye, just looking at that, I think what thought he might have brought a couple of youngsters in from the start, but I see what he's doing there right enough. He's keeping the ones that are not getting in, I suppose, ticking over. There's that semi that we've got to look at. Some of them will have to figure in it anyway. So what I want to see him do basically now, the league's over, I want to see him just go out and play free-flowing football. Entertain the fans for the remaining of the league games, you know what I mean? It's a great crowd. I mean, back in the days, as you know, if we'd have got beat like that and nothing on it, you would have been lucky to get anybody in the ground. So to the fans, hands out to them there. They're turning up in big numbers again. So they need to, just go out and entertain them. Like, there's no pressure on in a sense now because, the league's gone. So just go out and play some football. Hopefully get a few goals along the way.
Aye. It sounds simple, but he's right, but let's see what it takes us, yeah.
It's all about, as Andy's pointed, the league's done. So it's going to be hard for them, but it's the tempo. We need to keep the tempo up. And maybe some subtle tactical moves again. Think we're remembering about the semi-final. So you've got games to play about with now to try and different things. Whether he wants to do that, I don't know. But I agree. To me, it's all tempo. If you keep the tempo high and keep the crowd engaged with the game, we're all right. But if we let it die and drop down, sometimes we do, and especially now the league's gone, well, that stadium will empty fast, mate. It really will.
Aye, you're no shocked to the team, Andy, are you?
No, not really. I thought he'd go. I didn't think he'd. I wanted him to go for a few youngsters, all right enough, but I didn't think he would. He's got to keep in mind that there's a semi there, and that's a really, really big game there, right enough. it's different, you know. Campbell and Raskin, you know, they can open themselves up a wee bit more, get more game time in the legs, which that's good going forward, because there too, that's definitely going forward next season more. So yeah, you know, I mean, is Lowry injured, or is there something wrong that that his mother passed there and all that? Is he got leave time or something? I would like to be seeing Lowry being figuring in these.
He's a 19-year-old boy who's just lost his mother tragically, mate.
I thought that's what it would be like.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, just give him a chance. No, just give him a chance.
Yeah, I wasn't meaning it like that. You know, I mean, just to get his head around. Sometimes think, you know, when something like that happens in life, you know, maybe, you know, give him something, a purpose, like, you know, and just to get him back around the team and all that, you know, settle. Like, and if I get all that, listen, I'm not decrying death of anybody, like, you know, just thinking out loud there, you know.
Well, gets yourself fit and ready to go, and it's a big season for Alex next year, and we wish him the best and his family.
Yeah.
But there's some good young boys on it. This boy is getting their reviews. The boy Rice.
Man United sniffing about him. Is it Man United or one of the big guns? I think there was one in Europe as well that was looking at him as well, you know. But he looked all right when he played the last time, didn't he?
He's building up a reputation, and that's how I'm hoping we can get a third goal, if that makes sense. Albeit I know I'm being greedy, but then you can give him 20 minutes, no 5, you know.
Mm-hmm. Hello? Aye, absolutely, man. You're right. Go for it. Sorry, mate, I interrupted.
All right. No, you never. We've been joined by Cal. Afternoon, Cal.
Good afternoon, Ox. I was saying to Terry, I was listening to your show in the early hours this morning, you know, watching it back, and I worked out how we've got so many injury problems. You want to hear?
Go for it. We're waiting with bated breath now.
Kamar Roof is contagious. You know what I mean? It really... it seems to be that every time...
What's worried me is that you sat up all night and that's the best you could come up with.
I didn't sit up all night. I got up, Ox, because I'm an old man and sometimes you've got to get up. You know what I mean? And when I'm up, I'm wakened. So I painted the house and done everything else, you know, that you do as a man. And I was watching it, watching the screen and listening to it. But I mean, see, when I think it back, it's terrible. I'm quite glad Kent's out of team today. I don't care if he's injured or no injured. If we keep harping back to Leipzig and Dortmund, that's a year ago, you know, to his last good game. I'd like to see the back of him, mate, you know. I love everybody that plays in blue. You always go, he's trying. He's very trying on everybody else. Now I've got to worry if I can get this in my fire stick, Ox, down here, you know.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate. I don't know what you're talking about. Andy, I don't think you'll be alone. That it'll be no upset that Ryan Kent's not playing the day after last week's performance,
No, you know what I think about him. I think we wasted $7 million right at the top. I don't think he's done anything for, you know, in long spells. He just, I know that we go on about looking his coupon all the time, but he really just doesn't look interested. Don't want to be there. Don't look like he's happy there, you know. I can't understand it because, you know, there is a lot of Rangers fans out there when he was on song in certain games were pulling for him and that, you know, and I don't know. I can't understand it. He should be tearing up Scotland, but he has got skill, but he's not prepared to get it or whatever. Or maybe the hard-nosed defenders in there have worked him out. You know what I mean? But he used to trap back and all. He don't seem to be doing much of that as well. He don't seem to be doing much of anything about it, to be honest. I'm not sorry if it goes. I think he'll end up bottom end of the Championship, maybe in Division 1 down here. You watch his career, it'll dive once he leaves the Rangers.
I think the problem is no ability, Albert. It's numbers and Fashion's come in. I'm assuming that he'll be playing in that position today, and Fashion's more likely to score a goal, won't he? Because he's that type of player.
Absolutely. I mean, the question is, I think you've answered this question before, but Kent's been here, 4 years? What is his best season? What's his numbers in his best season?
It's when it was a 55 season, which was 2 years ago now, isn't it?
Aye. Mate, what? And I bet, did you hit double figures?
Aye.
So there you go. If we'd have done that for every season he's in here, we'd be sitting talking about a different Ryan Kent, and saying he's off form, or it's maybe the players he's playing with, or whatever. He's maybe carrying wee injuries or whatever. You've been trying to find an excuse for him to justify it. But now that the numbers are just no there, there is no excuse. You just sit and go, he flatters to deceive. He beats players in the ranked places. You're sitting going, what are you going to do now? You beat the player, big deal. You're still 60 yards away from their goal. You should be beating players in their area. And taking shots and scoring goals and setting goals up. That's what we want you to do. But that's what he doesn't do. But that's what we want him to do. He's always miles away from the goal.
Aye. Well, he's not playing today, so the day's not about him. It's about Fashion Sakala. What's your thinking on Fashion, Carl?
It's a dodgy one. I like him. I mean, I know he goes offside a lot, but a lot of times he's offside because he's the only one going for the ball, you know?
Aye.
If you know what I mean. He's the only one.
Infectious, frustrating player.
Very frustrating.
Aye,
very frustrating. I do find it, but he's lovely, you know.
Does that make sense, Andy? He's infectious and frustrating at the same time.
Oh, definitely. I mean, you can't not like him because he's got that big infectious smile on him and that, but Jesus Christ, at times I don't think he knows what he's doing himself. I think when people say he's the new Ted McMinn, I don't think so. I know Ted McMinn was strange in himself, but he's nowhere near as good as him. I can't work him out, to be honest with you. I mean, he can't read an offside, that's for sure, but he's one of the guys that he can't fall out with it. If he could just get his head right, he could be dangerous, him, but I'm not convinced going forward that he's a total answer.
There's a place for him. You're building a team and you're building a squad out there, you know, but his numbers are okay. Yeah.
Aye, definitely, but I don't think you can build a team around him. I mean, I like him a lot. But I like him a lot for the simple fact that he's always involved in a game. Doesn't matter how he's playing, he's always involved in a game, and he can score goals, and he wants to score goals. You can see it with the positions he runs into. Where Kent will never get to the middle of the area. The wee man's never out the middle of the area. He's there or thereabouts. He knows how he sniffs the goals out. He sniffs where he's going to get a chance. Where Kent doesn't. And I like the wee man for the fact that he's always involved, always. Somebody said that. You don't even think he knows what he's doing. That's exactly right. He doesn't know what he's doing. And neither the defenders that he's up against. They don't know what he's going to do. And that's why he's so infectious. But he tries. You can see it. The wee boy wants to be a success. And he's doing everything to be a success. And his numbers are fine for me. But you can't build it. I'm not saying for a minute we build a team round with Sakala.
I'm not saying that neither, but I said there's a squad and a team, yeah.
Aye.
That makes sense. What do you make of the two new signings that have come in since January, Raskin and Cantwell, or the piece, Andy? What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I like the look of the two of them right enough. I think they're good. I think Raskin, once he gets settled, I think he settled pretty quickly, but it looks at me. I think he tired there in the 60 minutes last week right enough, but I mean, that's to be expected. Couple of weeks out injured, coming into a new country and all that. Well, I think he'll take us forward, hopefully. You know, put a couple of good players around him. And I like Cantwell. There's something about him. My Shugs is not sure. I think he sits there, but I think he's got something. You get him in the right position, I think he can do something for the Rangers. I really do. So I'm happy with the two signings.
Here's my thoughts on Cantwell. A real good football player. But when you're playing in that creative role, your numbers have got to improve. Yeah, I'm not saying he's going to score every week. But over a season, you're going to have to chip in with about 10, which is 3 more than 7 more than Ryan Kent scored. And you need to be making chances, if that makes sense, Albert.
Exactly, mate. All the creative players have got to chip in with these sort of numbers, mate. Like Tillman, him, Cantwell, Kent, Sakala. All these players, the numbers have got to go up. The midfield numbers have got to go up as well. You're right, mate. They've got to start scoring, all of them, and creating chances. That's what they're there to do. But I don't know if you think it's a style of play. It sort of nullifies some of our players at times. Can't well be one that we're not conducive to scoring goals. I don't know what it is. There's something that doesn't seem right within the team. Can't put my finger on it. But we never seem to have enough bodies forward or in the area when we're attacking.
I get that, mate. That's how I said earlier on, Andy, and I'll go to Calvin or Sarah. The 4-2-3-1, if you break away or the ball goes up the park quick, sometimes your centre forward can be isolated. And we've seen that even at times last week. When we had decent possession, there was still no Rangers players within 25 yards of Alfredo Morelos. And it doesn't matter who you are, mate, you're isolated.
That's right.
Yeah, Andy, any comment?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I mean, because, we do put in enough chances there. It's a one lone striker, and Morales, like you say, is isolated in half the time. He's not even in the right position anyway. He's not where he should be, in my opinion. I would like to go back. I've said it a million times on here. I think you know what I'm going to say. I'd like to say a 4-4-2. Just
was that invented
see what happens.
Was that invented in the 70s, the 4-4-2?
It was invented in the 70s. I think it was in the 60s as well.
And you're still starting about with the flares on, aren't you?
I've got an old pair of two old Rangers silk scarves that I used to wrap around my arms.
Platforms and flares.
When all the young boys started with the flares that got into the games, and they read it and thought, I can get them on my trousers with all
these flares were all right for putting the cans down your socks, like, you know what I mean? And walking into the games and all that.
What about this for an idea, Andy? On the back of lager cans, get some lassies' pictures. What do you think? Think that'll take off?
I must admit, though, some of the lasses they did make you drink. I think that was the reason to put them on the back of them, to be honest with you.
That's a bit harsh. That's a bit harsh.
But I remember the old flares and all that. I used to have the big socks on, put the beer in the half bottle down and, like, and smuggle yourself into the games and all that, like,
Imagine that straight for school. Imagine that straight for school, all better.
Andy, you're 3 foot too. A bottle of vodka's bigger than you. How can you get that down your throat?
I was about 4 foot there back in the day. I've shrunk a couple of inches.
That's how you never seen me a 40 ounce, old bit.
Yeah. Forgetting about the platforms, mate. I'm forgetting about the platform. You must have loved the platforms, Andy. Eh?
No, hey, listen. I was quite content with my size.
You won, mate. You must have got your clues without that.
Listen, it was all right. I get in plenty of turnstiles with the guys getting squeezed in. Being wee at the time was a good for me, like,
You still get left to do it when he was 37, Albert.
Aye, still get left over now.
He's never been on a roller coaster in his life.
So you need a chance of the wing come flying off as soon as it started.
Oh dear.
You're a top man, Andy. Top man.
Aye. Listen, Carl. It's not a big game for us today. We just want to see a performance. Let's be honest. I know every game's big, but because of the circumstances,
I just want to see us playing good football, Hawks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to see maybe some of the young boys getting on if we're comfy. We have to comfy for us is a 3-0. You know what I mean? Comfy isn't a 2-0 anymore. I would like to see a couple of young boys getting started. No started, but coming on.
I agree.
And let us see, Look, Hawks, I'm going to go because I've got to go and crack my knees again, because as you get older, when you get in the flare, it's terrible, son. Right, okay, bye. I'll talk to you later. Have a lovely weekend, but we are the people. Simple.
He's right. We need to regroup, get behind our team, and get behind our club, and see where it takes us, Albert, yeah?
Absolutely, mate. We're where we are, and that's the end to it. So let's take it for here. Victory of the day, In fact, let's go and win the remainder games of the season. Let's just go and get victories in every one of them. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. We enter the season and saying, right, okay, give a basis to build on pre-season, get into next season. That'd be a nice wee starter, put it that way.
Aye, it's going to be exciting. The games might not be that exciting as we build up to the cup tie, Andy, but it's going to be an exciting time as people come and people go.
Yeah, well, this is a problem we've got. You know, we get angry and things like that, but we're always behind the Rangers. There's no doubt. Everyone that comes on here at what follows the Rangers, we're all behind them. We're passionate. We're hot, but we're going to just go out there. Like, even if these guys are not going to stay, a little bit of pride in what you're going to do for where you're going to go to your other clubs. But you know, go out in your shield a wee bit for Rangers and say, well, I've tried my best and some of it wasn't good enough. But, you know, go out and just play some football. As I said earlier on there, get the fans something to, you know, be happy with. We know it's gone now. It's bloody annoying, isn't it, the fact that we're sat here talking about the Rangers and we're 12 points behind, we've lost the bloody league. You know what I mean? But we still have another bite at the cherry here. And I'm hoping that, you know, the couple of the results that we've had there previous, it's really going to, you know, grit our teeth and get in and get that, you know. And if we could come out of this season, and I know it's not what we want, but if we could come out of this season winning that Scottish Cup, well, it is a basis, and the young guns and the guys that are going to be there, and see what he adds to our team. I don't think it's going to be a quiet, close season here. There's a lot of work to be done, you know. And the season don't finish till into June, so they're not long away. So there's going to be plenty for us to be looking at. So, you know, we've got to be positive here. You know, we can't change. As I said to you last night, what worries me, you know, my mouth off and all that at the time. But I'm more concerned now. I just want to see us back where we are. You know what I mean? We're the premium team. We're the best team in my opinion. They're the only team. I know we don't win the European Cups and all that like of things, but it's a league we're in. We're known all around the world, and I just want to see us putting us in back up. We did that in the European scene the last 2 or 3 years. We've kind of took a bit of a tonk in there in this one. A lot of situations.
Hey, calm down.
Accounting for
calm
that.
down. You always all greeting in a minute.
I'm just saying. I'm just very calm right enough.
We'll fight them in the beaches. You know what I mean? You know
what I'm like when I get on a tangent, boys. You know what I mean?
I'm in the wardrobe looking for my ammo for my gun here.
Don't worry, I've still got a couple of them in my heart. That if you want one of them, don't go looking. I'll get you one.
Well, explain a tangent to us then, Andy.
Well, it's going off on one, I think. Well, that's how I see it, anyway. I'm not explaining it in big words, like, because I'll get confused.
Right, what bets you got on the day?
I've gone for 4 and 5. I've gone for a 4-0 and a 5-0.
I'm in your camp. I went for 4. I think you went for 3, Albert, didn't you?
3, I went for 3. Andy, you went for 2 last night, did you know?
I know, but I changed my mind. You know what I'm like, you know what I mean? I always go for the daft bets anyway, you know what I mean? I should have said, I still said what Hossey's got in the Grand National, because I'd have stayed clear of that one.
I'll tell you what Hossey's got, exactly what Hossey's got. I spoke to him this morning, a big fella.
Going in.
And he's went for Lee Meala's number 15. It runs in orange and blue, and it's 14 to 1.
That's a good enough reason to support it, I suppose.
Yes. Right, if you don't mind getting yourself on mute, we'll hear for the gaffer, Michael Beale.
Michael, back at Ibrox for Scottish Premiership action. How excited are you for this one?
Yeah, weather's good. Got a good team out, and pitch looks in fantastic condition. So, looking forward to this game. St Mirren are in a good place at the moment, and I think they'll come here with confidence. It's important that we start strongly and we get the 3 points. I'm looking for a good performance from my team today.
Yeah, how important is it to see a continuation of those performance levels that we've seen here at home in recent weeks?
Yeah, listen, we've got a really attacking team. Malik, Todd, the 2 forwards in Fashion and Alfredo. We want Nico to get forward and join, both full-backs as well. So it's a front-foot team. John Suter, obviously, starting his second game is good for him, and he'll be looking to build on last week as well.
Yeah, 2 changes from last weekend's side, Lundstrom and Fashion Jr. coming in. Just talk us through those.
Well, they were both due to come back in the team anyway, so that's a good thing. Obviously, Ryan has got a slight problem with his knee that keeps him out today, and Ryan with this bruising on his hamstring, he's out as well. So there's opportunities for people to come in and stake a claim. As I say, we're 2 weeks away from a really important semi-final, so now's a good time for people to be to grab the shirt, if you like.
Yeah, and just lastly, what qualities do you want to see from your side today?
Want to see energy, want to see speed in the final third. We know that at times we're going to be playing against a team where there's lots of defenders packed close to their goal. So how do we get in and around that, passing and running, overlaps, combination play, but also then our counter-pressing when the ball turns over to ensure that there's no counter-attacks, but also so that we can be relentless and attack wave after wave. It's important we go and get the first goal early in this game, because I think then it will open up St Mirren's shape a little bit.
Did you pick up when they said that Suter and Fashion were going to come back in the team anyway? Based on what didn't matter what happened last week, they were going to come back in it.
Lundstrom and Sakala.
Lundstrom and Sakala. Did you pick that up, or did I pick that up, Brian?
Aye, he's going to get. They'll come in the team anyway. Don't get that.
Okay. All right. Maybe it's just me, Albert. I think you pick your team on the week before, and then you pick it on training. You don't pick it on who's coming back in, eh?
Well, aye.
I think he contradicts himself a few times as Bale in what he says. I think he forgets what he says the previous week. Personally, myself, but yeah.
I think what he's trying to do is they say nobody's getting dropped for last week's game. I think that's what he's trying. He's trying to cover all his bases and no upset any of the players in case that we all start going, well, Kent get dropped and Jack get dropped. They're dropped out the team because they never performed last week. So I think that's what it's about rather than anything else. But as Andy said, he's contradicting himself at times. I mean, if they're dropped, they're dropped. I don't care if he's saying they're injured. If they're dropped, just say, well, they didn't play well last week, so they're out the team. And we've brought Lundstrom and Sakala back in. And if they don't play well, they'll be out the team.
You're a simple man with simple views, but sometimes you're right, Albert.
Thanks, mate. I like you keep it simple because I'm a simpleton.
And you're joined by 2 hours a day, ain't you, Andy?
I'm saying nothing because I usually get into trouble here. There's always somebody around the corner waiting to bust me.
Yeah, you're learning, Andy. You're learning.
Oh, yeah. You listen. You want to get in that WhatsApp group? I'll tell you.
Looked on me as the time tonight we were talking about eyebrows, Andy, and you were frightened to answer. I think there was something to do with you. It was nothing to do with you.
I know. I know. Listen, they buggers in the WhatsApp, man. I'm telling you, they've killed me. They've changed my sex and everything. I'm telling you. I don't know whether I'm coming or going with it, guys.
Oh dear. Right, so we're expecting a comfortable Rangers win. Where's the goals coming from then? Albert.
Sakala will get one. I think Morelos will get one as well. And I'd like to see a goal for Cantwell or Tillman. Maybe both.
Right. Here's a prediction, Andy. Fashion will get one chopped off for offside.
I don't think they'll be wrong there. So you get good odds on that. I just want to say, I'd like to see if we could get 4 or 5 there spread around the players. I think would be good. I like the one that you said there last night with Suter getting one, because if you watch him with the Hearts and all that, he was prone to a few goals from set pieces, corners and that for the Hearts, wasn't he? So that could be a possibility,
I just let me get one so he can bounce on.
I like Big Suter. I mean, I know he had that mistake there, and I think McGregor could have done better for that, to be honest with you. I think maybe he'd have been younger, he'd have got that. He'd have got down and got that, but I thought up to that. I don't know what you guys think. I thought Suter had quite a good game.
I thought the 2 centre backs were that middle part of the game up until the mid-era were fine, Albert.
Aye, I've said earlier on. I thought they were fine as well. They looked comfortable as well. They didn't look as they were pushed or strained or anything like that. They maybe could have done better in the first goal as well. Picked that wee guy up because we pulled it away. But it's all buts and maybes, isn't it? It's just part. But as you say, they'll be remembered for their 2 errors, and it's a shame. It's an absolute shame.
See, the thing you could take out of it though, right enough, I mean, it's Suitland Davis again. Golston could be out another couple of games. Have you getting like Suitland Davis getting a run of 4 or 5 games, and they will have had that knowledge of playing together if it has to be come next season. That's it's not like they will be thrown in cold if they get 3 or 4 or 5 games together. They will know how to play with each other. If you get what I mean. So that's a kind of a learning point that you can take out of these games. That are dead. You know what I mean?
It's a positive. It's a positive. Well, gentlemen, time to wind the show up and go and see how it takes us today. Last thoughts, Andy.
Just go out there and play for the team, play for the fans, and come off happy. Feel good about what they've done on the park, and then we'll all go along with it, and then we'll critique from there on in each game that comes. But thanks for having us again. Not too much of a battering today, so that's a plus point for me.
Certainly. Albert?
Hope they go out and play with a smile on their face. Relax and play some good football. Good tempo. That's what I'm looking for.
All right, thanks to Albert, thanks to Andy, and of course Cal to Southend for joining us. Fox and Old School Blue for doing the technicals. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating the Rangers victory. Take it away, Old School Blue.
Every Saturday we follow, we cheer the boys in blue, the most successful team in football. We're Scotland's gallant few, though at times they have been hard. We've followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox Park. Every Saturday we follow to cheer the boys in blue, the most successful team in football. For Scotland's gallant few, times they have been hard. We followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox Park. Successful team in football, for Scotland's gallant few, who times they have been hard, who followed near and far. You will always hear us roaring from the stands in Ibrox